Hello everyone. I'm super excited to be here and to be able to greet my students and maybe potential English language learners as well from the other side of the camera. And I first of all want to thank the administrative staff of the university for inviting me to teach you and to be here, to come here. Okay, so for those who see me first time, I'm an English language teacher at the Department of Languages. Yeah, so this is English language and our topic is COVID-19. Okay, first of all, I want to tell one thing. Today I will be covering the COVID-19 topic, but we will also learn some language about this topic. But I want to mention that I am not a doctor and I'm not a biologist as well. Just will look at the language that is used when we talk about COVID-19. For example, some students have some challenges when watching news about COVID-19. We will investigate them. Yes, and also to everyone who is watching me, please be active and please ask your questions in the comment section, and I will be very, very glad. Okay? Okay, let's start. Let's look at this picture. What can you see in this picture? What this picture remind you of? Maybe someone wants to tell anything in the comment section? No? Okay, so this is today's phenomena. And everyone is talking about it. This is actually the COVID-19 virus. The picture that is seen everywhere on the news, on newspapers, everywhere. Okay. The aim of the lesson to raise the language awareness around the topic of coronavirus 2019. The lesson will provide you with some vocabulary and grammar you need to use when talking about COVID-19. Main part of this lesson will cover some expressions and some words, and then by the end of the lesson we will cover grammar as well to see if you need it. Okay, and the second the lesson will also cover listening material, and it will help you to develop listening skills. Okay, let's continue. Let's start actually. I want to ask my audience on Facebook, if they are there, of course, what do you know about COVID-19? I will just wait because I desperately want you to be active. My students, please be active. I am not here to lecture you. I'm just here to interact with you. Here, our assistant will help. Nobody? No comments? Nobody wants to be active? Okay. That's very sad. Yeah, I'm really sad. What do you know about COVID-19? Nobody knows. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, let's, synonyms. Let's start from the synonyms of COVID-19. There are some synonyms you can hear on TV or read or even hear from your friends. It's called, there are some synonyms, 2019 nCoV, second, SARS-CoV-2 or SARS-CoV-2, it's written like that as well. novel coronavirus 2019 nCoV acute respiratory disease. It was officially named, the COVID-19 was officially named as on 11 February in 2020 by the World Health Organization. By the way, the following source that I've used is mainly from the World Health Organization. So, and also from some news channels, and also some articles, for example, New York Times, etc. Okay, but next one, maybe who wants to add something? Maybe somebody knows the words connected with COVID-19. I've just written some, I don't know, I've shared some words here, and you can see words, but maybe somebody can add some vocabulary that you have seen connected with COVID-19. Students, please. Nobody?
Somewhere Asper writes that it's a virus which is the reason of die, and Orhan Smiley writes that we know a lot of information about it.
What kind of information? What kind of information do you know? Maybe just, I am here to help you to write in English and to interact with me. Just imagine I'm teaching you English, and I want you to interact with me. Orhan Ismailov, please, can you be clear a little bit? Just don't be general. When I ask you, you can reply, and they will tell me, inform me. I can't see, but they will tell me. Please, when somebody writes.
Eva Gassman writes that virus which separated us from the world, created strong borders.
Yes. The world separated us, the virus separated us from the world. You can see, I am separated from my students. You are separated, my students are separated from their teachers. Some relatives are separated from each other. Yeah. Well, I cannot add anything more. Maybe somebody has written as well, something? No, not yet? But what about words that are connected with COVID-19? If you tell me, I will write here. The first word that comes to my mind is contagious. I will now write, okay? And you keep writing, okay? What words come to your mind? What words have you seen? There is no contagious here. Maybe we have. I don't know. No, I think we don't have. Contagious. Okay. Contagious. Do you know what this word means? Somebody knows? Somebody wants to say about it? Without searching Google Translate, of course. Today's problem, yeah. Saltanat, thank you very much. This is today's problem, yes. But as today we'll cover some phrases, I also want you to tell me what words you know about COVID-19. The first one I said, some of them are written there, but the first one I said, contagious. Maybe nobody knows, maybe it will be something new for you. I'm here to tell you something new. No? Okay. Contagious is something that can be easily transmitted from person to person. COVID-19 is a contagious disease or an illness. It's synonym. These two words are synonyms, right? Okay. And so COVID-19 is very contagious. That's why we have such situation in our country, and we are in quarantine. We cannot move, and we have to sit at home. Okay. What other words? Maybe somebody has written something? No? Okay. This is very new for you? You don't know anything? Okay, I will help you. No problem. No problem. Okay. Next. Let's start, actually. I've written here contagious because I wanted to help you, I wanted to interact with you, but I see you are a little bit lazy to write, to contact with me. No problem. No, it's actually a problem. I want to write. Okay. The COVID-19, this is the first vocabulary. I couldn't write it here. I had to write because this is the vocabulary of our lesson. The number one important word. The technical name for the coronavirus is SARS-CoV-2. The respiratory disease it causes has been named the coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19. So the technical name for the coronavirus is SARS-CoV-2, and this SARS-CoV-2 makes the disease, can make disease named COVID-19. Okay? These words are synonyms, they can mean the same, but they have some differences as well. Yes?
As a specialist very close to COVID-19, I would like to add some words.
Yes.
Synonym to this word can be pathogen.
Yes. Thank you, Kishwar. Thank you very much. Yes. Pathogen. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. And greetings from here to you. And thank you for watching me and being there. Thank you. Okay. Next one. Okay. The second word I've chosen is pandemic. Pandemic is very famous now, but I wanted to clear out this word. Okay. Pandemic is the worldwide spread of a new disease that affects large number of people. Before the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 as a pandemic, it didn't spread. First, the outbreak was in China, and then it slowly started to spread to the other continents, to the other parts of the world. So when there is several epicenters of the disease, infectious disease, it can be called a pandemic. Pandemic, it's two-syllable word, pandemic, okay? You know this word, but anyway, I wanted to clear. There is example to this word. The World Health Organization declared the coronavirus outbreak a pandemic after it spread across 6 continents and more than 100 countries. So this is example of the usage of pandemic. Maybe somebody has written something? No? No. Okay, let's continue. Okay, flattening the curve. This is something that maybe most of people have seen, but some people just confuse this word. Maybe some people know, but I'm talking about the English language learners, and it can be challenging to understand what does it mean. There is flat, yeah, and there is the curve. Flattening the curve, ooh, what does it mean? Flat, we know something flat, yeah, and curve, something, I don't know, something curve, yeah, what does it mean? The term refers to a curve in a chart. This is actually used by scientists and the researchers. The term refers to a curve in a chart that shows when a surge of new coronavirus cases are expected, are expected to strike and illustrate why slowing the spread of the infection is nearly as important as stopping it. Somebody has written about flattening the curve? No? Okay, I will finish my words and then I will come. Flattening the curve means this one. Let's look. I will explain as you look. Can you see the population of the world and the number of infected people and the number of recovered, this green green one, and then infected, and then suspectable. If the spread of the virus is very high, here we can see it is 3.6. It means it's very contagious. And it means the curve is not so flat. The spread of the virus is high. Let's look at the second picture. Here we can see R naught is equal to 2.4. It means it's a lot lower than the before. And the infected people, can you see the difference? Can you see the infected people are here. Yeah, it's here. Hospital limits is limited, of course, and the hospitalized people are here. Is indicated with red curves. So, if we flatten the curve, we can actually, it gives us what? It gives us time to treat the ill people, to treat them. We have enough doctors, we have enough medical supplies. So that's why flattening the curve is really important. So the number of infected people are lower in this one. So we need to flatten. Actually, it's good. Do you have any?
Yeah. On the right, the other words to this lesson can be isolation or identification.
Words, yes? Yeah. Vocabulary. Yeah. Identification, isolation. Can you clear out, Küşver, what is identification? What connection, she's listening to me now, what connection does identification have with COVID-19 and isolation as well? Isolation, yeah, I will come to that one, but please tell me identification, the connection, okay? When you're ready, please type, and then I will look at it, okay? Okay.
It's a dangerous virus because immunity isn't created, and this virus mutates, so vaccine isn't found.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's the main hospital which doctors cure people.
Yes, doctors. Sorry.
Doctors cure people.
Cure people. It's infection that doctors cure people. Yeah, right? Okay. Yeah, they actually try to cure people. As you know, there is no treatment right now. As of now, we don't have treatment to this disease. That's very sad. The researchers are working on it, and hopefully it will be available. The vaccine, by the way, the vaccine is the second word, vocabulary. Vaccine is will be available, and it will be. Sorry for my handwriting. My students already know that I have very bad handwriting. I am doing my best, okay? Okay, vaccine is usually developed to treat people. Vaccine. Everyone knows, I think. Vaccine. Okay, maybe somebody has, Küşver has written her answer? No? Oh yeah. You're right. I don't know who has written it. This is a woman. Yeah. Just because some people don't obey the rules that are set by the government. That's why more and more people are infected, and more people, unfortunately, lose their lives, and that is very sad. I think the current situation in Azerbaijan will finish because we have quarantine now, and the people will not infect each other. You are definitely right. I cannot agree with you more. Yes. Can I? Yeah?
For finding the base of treatment and starting production of vaccine, first of all, we have to isolate and identify the virus. And which mediums are
Yeah. Yes. Identify. Firstly, we have to identify who are actually the people who are actually infected. If we cannot identify, those people will infect other people. And as we know, we can only know after 14 days of close contact with the virus or the infected people. And it's a lot of time. And if we don't identify them, we will have lots of people, who will have the disease, and they will also infect others. Thank you very much. Okay. By the way, we will come to this number, to this letter and number later on. Stay tuned. This is a very interesting word. So we know what flattening the curve means, right? Great. You can take notes. My students, especially my students, because in our online lessons, I will come to these words, to this lesson. I will repeat it, okay? I will just ask what you remember and what have you listened. Yeah.
I agree some people don't follow rules. They didn't imagine that it's useful for us stay at home.
Yeah, they don't take things serious, Saltanat. They don't take it serious. They think, we have very good immune system, first. Second type of people think it's not real. So I think that's why these people start spreading easily. Okay, social distancing. I think this word was what Küşver mentioned. What's social distancing? Social distancing, but by the way, this is very, very important because the virus is actually is transmitted very easily, and so social distancing is very important. So social distancing refers to measures that are taken to increase the physical space between people to slow the spread of the virus. Do you know how many meters we should take in between each other? Do you know? Does anyone know? Yeah, you know, I know, you know, but you don't want to say.
No, sorry, not identification of people, but identification of virus.
Virus,
yeah. It's a pretty long procedure. I can just add that professor from Ankara has already did it, and I have already contacted with him regarding measures for virus isolation and identification.
Yeah, thank you very much, Küşver. By the way, Küşver is one of our teachers and experts, and thank you very much for coming and for being there and for interacting. Thank you, and thank you for all the job that you're doing, and I wish you good luck.
Yes, some has correct that I think that all it's depend on us. If we follow the rules of protection against this virus, the number of infected people will decrease.
Yeah, it depends on people. The people should be responsible citizens, responsible. First of all, for the parents, for the family, for the loved ones, and for the entire nation, for the country, for the earth. Yeah, thank you very much. The next word is, by the way, you are very active, and I love it. Thank you very much. Okay, self-quarantine. Self-quarantine. This is also vocabulary that is nearly, I don't know, every day you can hear this word. Refers to the separation of and restriction of movement of people who were exposed to the virus to see if they become sick. Self-quarantine, for example, when we usually do self-quarantine. For example, we come from some infected area. For example, in Azerbaijan, we don't have much infected people, thankfully. But maybe we come from some area that there were some, infected people, and we think and we know that they were infected. We come home, or we are, we come from China, Wuhan, for example, province, or from Italy. We think maybe we have virus, and we self-quarantine ourselves, right? We go home, and we stay at home in the separate room, and we don't contact with other people. It's usually 14 days or about 20. Some doctors suggest 21 days. Some say it's 2 weeks. Yes.
Your lesson is really very, very interesting. Thank you so much for this lesson.
You are welcome. Please stay tuned. Please stay there and listen, please. And I love it. You are active. Thank you. You're welcome. It's my pleasure. Okay, let's go on. Incubation. The incubation period, incubation, maybe everyone knows, I think, especially doctors know, and the people who really love searching, yeah. Incubation. The incubation period is the time it takes for symptoms to appear after a person is infected. Currently, there are some debates going. I think I would call them debates. I don't know why. Just some researchers say the incubation period of COVID-19 is about 14 days. Some say it's 21 days. And recently, I read it's about 28 days. The new coronavirus has been this is example. The new coronavirus has an incubation period of 2 to 14 days, according to CDC, with symptoms appearing about 5 days after infection in most cases. So mostly after 5 days of contacting the virus, we usually can see the symptoms. So this is the incubation period. The symptoms that show up after contacting the virus. Somebody?
Yes, sometimes I try to follow self-quarantine rules. It's very important to everyone.
You're a clever girl, Saltanat. Yeah, I know you've come. Maybe you're a very responsible person, and I believe. Yeah, thank you very much, Saltanat. Thank you. Good, very good. And we shouldn't infect others, and we should care for them. And if we are not careful, if we infect somebody, we can feel a bit, I don't know, bad inside, so that we infected others. But you are not infected anyway. Anyway, okay. Fatality rate. This is the word that is generally used with COVID-19. Fatality rate. The case fatality rate is the number of deaths divided by the total number of confirmed cases. Okay, now I will read the second sentence. The WHO estimates the fatality rate of the new coronavirus to be about 3% based on current data, but experts suggest 1% is more realistic. So 1 to 3 fatality rate. Fatality rate is the number of people, yeah, deaths divided by the total number of confirmed cases and the difference between them. And according to the difference, you can see the fatality rate. So the fatality rate of COVID-19 is not so high. As we heard about Ebola, and this is also caused by some virus, and also SARS as well, and MERS. And in comparison, the fatality rate is not so high here. Okay. Yes? Okay. R note. Do you remember I showed you flattening the curve vocabulary there? Remember? There was R note there. R note, or as you can see R0, it's written R0, pronounced as R note, is a virus's basic reproductive number, an epidemiologic metric used to describe the contagiousness of infectious agents. If the R0 is high, it means it's very contagious and it can infect others. As you saw in the previous slides, if R0 is, for example, 3.6, it's high. If it's 2.4, it's lower. So it means if the number of R0 is lower than number one, it means it's infection. It can spread other people. It can easily be spread. But if it is higher than number one, the number near R0, it means it's contagious. So that's why we need flatten the curve. So we want to decrease its R0 number. Yeah. Yeah. The people, this word, yes? Fatality rate, maybe you said, Orhan Ismailov. Yeah, the people who are older and also the small children, the fatality rate, maybe, I don't know, maybe you mean this one. These people can die. I don't know. They can leave, but they will not be easily get rid of the virus. So yeah, you're right. Okay, thank you very much for your comment, Orhan. Okay, containment or containment, 3 syllables. Contain, 2 syllables. Contain. They have the same root, but here containment, it's a noun. Containment, what? Containment. Contain, to do what? Contain, this is verb. Okay? So containment refers to the use of any available tools to mitigate, by the way, to keep, mitigate the spread of a disease. For example, the virus's high transmission rate has made it difficult to contain the outbreak. It means if the transmission, in order to keep or to mitigate the transmission, we should take some containment measures. What are containment measures? The containment measures are, for example, restriction of people from restriction of movement. For example, you can't move your city, or you can't move the area that you're living. You can't move the country. So, or quarantine is also a kind of restriction. So containment. You want to keep the virus. You want to prevent it from spreading. Okay. Containment. This is also you can see this word in the news channels as well. Please. Yeah. You're absolutely right. Yes. Thank you very much, Saltanat, for your comment. You're right. You're definitely right. It's like vital to self-quarantine. Yeah. Okay. Now I have questions, but please be active again. Okay. Here on the second slide, I'm going to show you some pictures. Okay, there will be about 4 pictures, and you will tell me the connection between these pictures. Okay, but before going to the next slides, I just wanted to recap what words we today we saw. Can you just repeat to yourself or comment? Self-quarantine, yeah, fatality rate, containment, maybe you are repeating with me, okay? Then our note, okay? And then what other words we covered today? COVID-19, self-quarantine, yes? So these were our main vocabulary of today's lesson. Let's go to our, I hope you will be able to easily recognize these words when watching news or when reading some articles about COVID-19, because I think this topic will continue and you will continue seeing these words. So I hope you took notes of these words. Okay, let's continue, yes? Okay. So the next, please now be careful, because now I'm asking you to look at the following pictures. Yes, and you will now tell me the connection between them. First group of pictures is coming now. Okay, let's look. What we see here? We see 3 pictures. What's the connection between them? What's the number one topic of these words? What can you see here? I'm not going to ask the people sitting in the room, of course. I am asking you, students or English language learners, or just people interested on the other side of the camera. Please tell me the connection between these 3 words. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. No. Tell me. What you can see here? Huh? Yeah, thank you. Oh, finally. You see, you're not active there, but we have here some members, yeah? And yeah, the first person is ill, he says, but what kind of illness? What does he feel? Yeah. Temperature, yeah. Somebody has written, or you're telling? You see, you leave no choice to our assistants, or I don't know, here, people here. Thank you very much. Yes, temperature. The second person, what does he do here? The second person. No. Yes, Samir, yes? Yeah, thank you very much. Temperature, cough, and I don't know what he said, the second one? Headache. Yeah, it's headache, and also it can also be called tiredness or fatigue. Tiredness, the synonym of tiredness is fatigue. Fatigue, tiredness, okay? So, but what's the connection between them? What's the connection? Don't make me to tell it myself. I know it, but I just want to be active. Wait. Maybe somebody wants to say. Somebody's internet connection is good? No? But Orhan, you are right, Sartanet, but Orhan Ismailov is correct. Symptoms of what? COVID-19. This is actually some symptoms. So, let's go. Thank you very much, Orhan, for the right answer, of course. Yes, no problem, and thank you for answering Sartanet. Common symptoms include fever, commonly. Fever, tiredness or fatigue. Fatigue is written like this, for those maybe who is seeing this word for the first time. Fatigue. Okay. I wrote this letter separately. Okay, fatigue, tiredness, okay? If you're tired, it means fatigue. It's synonym. Okay. Common symptoms include fever, tiredness, and dry cough. But other symptoms include shortness of breath. You cannot breathe easily. Shortness of breath, aches and pains. You can have some pains on your body, Usually it's headache, I don't know, your bone ache. Sore throat, this is not common, but it can happen. And very few people will report diarrhea, nausea, or runny nose. Okay? So these are the symptoms. Okay. The next word. Second set of pictures. Are you ready? Yeah? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Brilliant. Let's look at these pictures. What's the connection between these pictures? There is a connection. If you see separately, you can see some... No, I will not say. I want you to answer me. Nobody? Connection. What's the connection? We can see this is home, yeah? I think they're at home, right? They're at home, right? What is it? Yeah, hygiene. Yes, you have to wash your hands. What is it? Maybe somebody knows? Social distancing. Yes. What is it? Eating. Yes, healthy food. Eating healthy food. Eating some kind of vegetables, fruits, etc. And the second one, coughing into your, not hands, but here, like this. Like this. Okay. But the first picture can be, it's tricky. You can think maybe you're tired or something like this. But this one is touching your eyes. Don't touch your eyes. Okay. What's the connection of these words? Pictures. No connection. Nobody knows.
This picture shows us how we can protect ourselves. Self-evaluation.
Yeah. How you can protect and how you can prevent from contacting the virus. Prevent. This is verb. Prevention, this is a noun. Prevention, great. This is noun, okay? How you can prevent or how you can protect yourself from the virus? As we know, we don't have any treatment right now. The doctors treat the symptoms of the virus, yeah? But there is no known treatment. We can only prevent ourselves and cure the symptoms. Yes? Yes. We need to increase our immune system in order to prevent, yes. There are two options that we have. First, prevention. Second, high immune system. This is all we have right now, right? We don't have, because we don't have treatment, we don't have vaccine. Yes, prevention, yes, prophylactics. I think there is some such English word here. But prevention is better, I think. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, how to prevent? So, wash your hands regularly with soap. By the way, these words are taken from the World Health Organization's website. Wash your hands regularly with soap and water, or clean them with alcohol-based hand rub, maintaining at least 1 meter distance, but 1 and 1.8, it's usually, or 2 meters, between you and people coughing or sneezing. Avoid touching your face or eyes. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing. But you shouldn't touch your mouth. Cover with your hands. Just cough like this. Okay. Stay home if you feel unwell. Refrain from smoking and other activities that weaken lungs. You shouldn't do it. Okay. Refrain from smoking. And practice physical distancing by avoiding unnecessary travel and staying away from large groups of people. This is called prevention measures. Okay? How to prevent. All right. The next one. I think you don't know anything, any unknown words here. If you know, just type in or search online, but I think they're clear for you. Sneeze, cough, avoiding, stop doing, refrain the same. Okay. Questions. Look at these questions. And please think about the answers now to these questions. What are the symptoms of the virus? First question. How can you get infected? What is close contact according to CDC? Who is particularly at risk of infection? Please keep in mind these questions because we are now going to watch a video. Okay? What can you do to protect yourself from the virus? Okay. I hope I will not run out of time. Okay. Please, you have some comments? No? Please, now you're keeping in mind these words, right? These sentences or questions, right? Because now we're going to watch a video about to answer these questions. Now, please, can you put video?
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, the expert body on coronavirus, has released guidance for general public and healthcare professionals on the symptoms of the virus. A person could be at risk if they have any or all of the following: fever and symptoms of lower respiratory illness, such as coughing or difficulty breathing, after travelling to Wuhan or having close contact with someone who was ill and is now under investigation for the virus in the past 2 weeks. Fever or symptoms of lower respiratory illness after having close contact in the past 2 weeks with someone who's been confirmed to have the virus. The CDC defined close contact as being within about 6 feet, 1.8 metres, or within the room or care area of a person with the coronavirus for a prolonged period without appropriate protective clothing, or having direct contact with the infectious secretions of a person with the virus without protective clothing. Coronaviruses are particularly dangerous for people who have weaker immune systems, like young children and older adults. To protect yourself from the virus, try to avoid contact with people who display symptoms similar to those of pneumonia or the common cold, like coughing or a runny nose. Don't touch your eyes, nose or mouth with unwashed hands. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water and scrub for at least 20 seconds. Use alcohol-based hand sanitizer when possible. Avoid animals and animal markets. The only current treatment for coronavirus being offered is supportive in nature. If you notice any of these symptoms and conditions, please contact your nearest professional healthcare setup. Help spread this information to everyone.
Okay, let's go back to our presentation. Yes, thank you very much. Yes. So, as you watched the video, I hope you could watch it. So, what are the symptoms of the virus according to this video? Coughing, sneezing. Yes? No. No? Okay. Coughing, sneezing, right? And being tired, fatigue. Yes? Or there was a video, there was a sentence, you could have headache, right? Or am I right or am I wrong? Yes? How can you get infected? This is the second question. How can you get infected actually? No? Having close what? How can you get infected, by the way? Maybe somebody knows. Maybe not because of the video, but I don't know. Maybe no, you know already. It can't happen that you don't know. You know it. But video should have helped. Okay. You can get infected with by contacting the person who is infected, right? Basically. Or being around the person, being close to the person who was infected and who crossed the line of 1.8 meters, as was seen in the picture.
Right, we have Abdullah that coughing is the first symptom of the virus.
Coughing, yes. Yes, coughing is the first symptom. Because I am not a specialist around this one, but this is what I came to conclusion. As you can't breathe and you have some problems in your lungs, it makes you to cough, right? This is my opinion.
Hands touch our mouth or nose. Our mouth or nose.
Don't touch your mouth or nose.
They infect the virus.
Ah, yes. You can get infected if you touch some surface where the virus was, the area that you could, it's dirty, maybe with virus, and then you touch your mouth or your eyes, face.
Sometimes this touching infected people, maybe, or infected territory, I don't know close.
Yeah. Close, it means close contact, Saltanat. It means you didn't know maybe that person was infected, and you contacted that person without any kind of face masks or preventative measures, face masks, special clothing and gloves, etc. Particularly at risk, who is particularly at risk of infection? Of course, the elderly people. Yeah, and who? The second type of people who were, elderly people who can have low immune system. Just let's imagine. Yes, everyone says the elderly, the people above 65 years. Yeah, they're infected. They have low immune system. They should be careful, and particularly people who have some previous illness history, right? Diabetes, etc. The people who have diabetes already have some illness. Okay, what can you do to protect yourself from the virus? Protection, preventative measures. What can you do? Nobody has written anything? Yes. Okay. Wash your hands with use hand sanitizers or alcohol-based hand soaps, and then don't touch animals, domestic animals as well. You can protect yourself, and what can you do to protect yourself? And also, I want to add, nowadays, stay at home. This is a kind of protection as well for us to be safe, for our families to be safe as well. Okay, I think everything is clear. Yeah. You watched the video. By the way, I will share the links to the videos in the comment section later. Yes, you can watch this video again, and I will share other videos so you can enlarge your vocabulary base. Okay, so I can share. Yeah. Next, let's go. Okay, this was our video. Okay. Questions to talk around. How do you feel about the situation we are all in? How has your life changed over the last 3 weeks? What other changes have you noticed? You can, my dear students, you can actually write an essay at home to answer these questions. One of these questions, it's enough for me. Or you can discuss with your friends these questions. Okay, just I will leave you questions with these questions. Okay, how do you feel about the situation we're all in? For example, I feel a bit frustrated because I can't see my family, my other family. Yeah, my friends. I can't meet my friends. I can't go work, etc. Apart from coming just here to teach you just once, I feel bad. We don't have any comments?
Sometimes it's the best kind of protection, stay at home.
Yes, staying at home, because we don't have any vaccine rate right now, and we need to give time to our to the health workers to develop develop vaccine, and also to it will give them time to cure the infected people. Yes.
You said that COVID-19 in 6 continents, but only without Antarctica.
Yes, yes. Only with the, this is my opinion. Maybe you, I don't know. This is according to what I read. In the viruses, I don't know, in very cold and very hot places, viruses cannot live. Maybe the specialists will not agree with me, but this is what I read. This is what I remember. My own world outlook. Okay. Now, as I promised, how much time do we have? 2 minutes?
4 minutes.
4 minutes? Oh, that's great. So, as I promised, please keep in mind these questions, and you can work at home. Okay? By the way, I want to answer the second question. How has your life changed over the last 3 weeks? My life, I started teaching online. For example, I stopped going out, but it has, I don't know, it has good sides as well. I have more time to read books. The books that I left for, I don't know, for months. Now it's great time to read books. Yes? No?
The summary right that there must be isolation, often disinfect our hands, and have little contact with people. Self-interacted, I miss my school, dear people, dear teachers, my friends, family, and especially you, Shakir.
Thank you very much. Yes, I miss you as well. I hope soon we will meet face to face, of course. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's hard now, but we will leave it. No problems. Okay, okay. We have 3 minutes, 2 minutes.
Yes, it's
3 minutes. Yes. Okay. Modal verbs. I will not talk long because I know you already know. This lesson is for students whose level is about above than A2, and your level is B1, and some students I have their level is B2. But let's just repeat, okay? Modal verbs. Some modal verbs to use. Have to, must, need, should. Okay. Can you use these words, these modal verbs in your sentences? But only giving advice to the people who, I don't know, your friends who is going out or who is worried, I don't know. Just use these words for this topic. For example, one question I will write, one sentence I will use. You have to wash your hands. No, you must wash your hands, you can say as well. Yes, they're similar. You have to wash. I hope you can read my handwriting. Sorry again. Wash your hands. This is have to usage in our grammar. Yes, in our sentence. Must. What's the difference between have to and must? We don't have, I think, much time. Just I will hurry up. The difference between must and have to is have to, it is an obligation, but it is as a rule. Rule by your university, rule by your work. You have to be at work at 9 o'clock. It's not my rule. It's not my personal rule. It's the rule of my, my workplace. But when you use must, it's my own obligation. Yeah?
This time you must.
Yes. Yes, you must. For example, I must be at home at 3 o'clock. This is my own obligation. I just must, there is a movie. Or I must stay at home. If before the quarantine, I must stay at home because I have responsibility. But now I have to stay at home because it's my government's rule, and I have to obey. Okay? So if I say I have to, it is my government's. If I say must, it is my own responsibility, right? You need use face mask when when talking to the people, when contacting the people who are infected. Yes, you need. This is also application. You need. Sorry, we have here cleaner. You need use face mask. Right? This is need. There is also don't have to here. Don't have to. It is a little bit tricky. Why? You can think have to is negative form of don't have to. But it's actually, it means you needn't. You can. Have to, you cannot. You can here, but you don't have to, needn't. For example, you don't have to come at work at 9:30, but you can if you want. Okay? You don't have to. Or, about COVID-19, you don't have to use gloves. According to doctors, you don't have to use gloves to prevent touching, to prevent infection. You don't have to use gloves. But they say face, oh my God, I have written this wrong, yes, why? Yes, must. Yes, sorry. You don't have to use gloves, right? You don't have to use gloves, but they recommend using face mask. Yes, they recommend. Okay, I think should. What is should? Should is a kind of advice that you give. For example, you should eat healthy food. You give advice. You should give healthy food. Okay, this is the grammar and the modal verbs that we can use when talking about, when giving advice about COVID-19. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time, everyone for being there, and thank you. See you next time. Bye.